They never gave up on me, never. And in everything, they fought for me. And I am so proud to tell everyone, don't even wink for a moment. Use Spar and Bernstein. My lawyer here, Mr. Barack, has been a cage animal. He wanted to go on trial, but thank God we settled out of court, and it was something that I'm very, very happy about. So everyone, I'm telling you, I'm not just making stories up. You have to use this law firm. Spar and Bernstein is the best, worldwide best.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah. About that. Rock and roll.
Ready to rock and roll.
Ready to rock and roll at 93.5 Facebook Live. You know,
there we
are
go.
Good. We're the Brad and Squeeze
Facebook
Show.
Live.
And we're ready.
Here we are.
1-800-LAWLINK.
1-800-LAWLINK.
Call with your immigration questions
Call
now.
with your immigration questions now.
Right now.
Right now.
The holiday season has started.
Holiday season has started.
Brad is hyped.
Brad is hyped.
And he's pulling a Donald Trump to Miami.
And pulling a Donald
You're going
Trump
to go play golf.
to Miami.
You're going to play golf, right?
I am going to my own winter White House, not his winter White House.
You know, I love golf, but I love watching it.
I
can't be disciplined hitting balls in holes.
I am not disciplined. I have no patience for it. You know what happens is when I play golf, I start talking to people.
Yeah,
because that's what I do.
But that's what it is all
about.
That's
what I do. I start talking to people, and I stop paying attention to what I'm doing. I go, wait, where's my ball? What happened? Oh, Brad, you hit it in the woods. Really? When? Oh, yeah, we're all waiting for you to go find the ball in the woods. I go, oh, I didn't realize. So, you know.
You didn't ask where was your ball this weekend, did you?
What? I know exactly where. I did not play golf, though.
Oh, I thought you played golf.
They were in my golf bag.
I thought you played golf.
Oh, they were in your golf bag. They were in my golf bag.
Well, listen up, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Brad and Squeeze Show. Right now, we're going to get what we call the Blitzer. I'm not going to say his first name because I might get in trouble. So, you know, the Blitz.
The Blitz.
Let's just do the Blitz.
News Blitz.
Let's just do the News Blitz.
News Blitz.
Yes, you know.
All right,
let's just do the News Blitz.
On Friday, a horrible situation in Egypt.
Okay, what was that?
305 people in a terrorist attack killed. I don't know what these Sufi Muslims are. I guess that I know Sunni and Shiite, and apparently there's another sect of Muslims that the other Muslims do not, believe is the right sect of religion, or at least certainly extremists don't. And between 25 and 30 armed men carried out the assault on the Al Rawda Sufi Mosque in Bir Al Abed. It was reported the attackers had long beards and hair, were wearing military fatigues, and were armed with heavy machine guns, and they were carrying an ISIS flag. The mosque is known as the birthplace of an important Sufi cleric. Sufism, here we're going to learn about it, is a mystical branch of Islam that some ultra-Orthodox Muslims consider heretical. Heretical? Is that a word? Heretical.
It is now.
Heretical. Heretical or heretical? Heretical. I'm like, sounds like someone's tickling me. There has not yet been a claim of responsibility from ISIS, so that is actually very sad situation what's going on there. I will be in the next country.
I got to plug my headphones in before I get killed.
While you're looking for your headphones, I will be in the next country in Morocco.
Oh, it's plugged in.
Is Morocco is next to Egypt, I believe.
Yeah.
Right?
I've always wanted to go there.
I will be there in at the end of December on my Christmas break.
Okay.
So hopefully... you
want me to join you?
You can join me, yes.
Will you have company?
I will have my daughter.
Okay, that's good. That's good company.
Yes.
That's good company.
So,
I will not interrupt that.
So hopefully we
Father and daughter.
We will come back in one piece.
I'll tell you this from what I heard.
What?
It's a great place to shop.
They are not right next to each other, Joe says.
They're close enough. Right?
They're close enough.
But
yeah. They are separated by many countries, including Algeria and Libya. I have to look at the map to see exactly where we'll be going. No, I don't have to.
It comes in my brain. It automatically comes in my brain from JG. Okay. All right? But yeah, it's a great place to shop, so I'm quite sure there's a reason why your daughter wanted to go there.
Maybe.
All right?
Trump is standing by Roy Moore. He's the guy who likes to date 14, 15, and 16-year-old women.
What?
He's the senator who is running on the Republican ticket for Alabama. And apparently many women have come forward and said that he either hit on them, sexually molested them, or asked them out on dates when he was in his 30s and they were between the ages of 14 and 16 years old. He says, at first, he said, well, I got permission from their parents. And now he says they're all lying. It's not true. And Trump has all but endorsed this pedophile, arguing that it's better to have a pedophile in the Senate than a liberal. At what point do pedophiles beat out liberals? In Trump's world, it does. And on Sunday, Trump tweeted again that liberal Jones would be bad and called him a Democratic puppet who is weak on crime. Well, here's a crime. Molesting children. It's a crime.
Jesus.
And this guy actually did it. So not being weak on crime, he's actually a criminal. Big difference between being a criminal and being weak on crime.
In not so many words endorsing.
Oh, my God. Meanwhile, Trump says he's weak on crime, but Jones is a longtime prosecutor who in 2002 prosecuted 2 of the KKK members responsible for a 1963 bombing of a black church in Birmingham, Alabama, that killed 4 black girls. So talking about being weak on crime, this guy dusted off the investigation that was put aside in Alabama for almost 35 years, and finally got a conviction 35 years later. I wouldn't say that guy is weak on crime. Now, Moore at first said he got permission, as I said, from these women's mom, and now he denies it all. And as a matter of fact, Donald Trump is now denying that when he was on the bus with Bush's nephew, you know, when he said it's okay to touch him in the, I can't say the word.
Grabbing him by the cat.
Grab him by the you know what.
The cat.
Right. And he now says that's fake news. It's a made up, that was completely made up. He never said it.
With his voice.
Yeah. And I think the playbook for Donald Trump now is the bigger the lie, the more believable it is. So his playbook that he's telling Roy Moore, because Roy Moore has changed his tune. At first he said, well, I got permission, it was okay. Now he says it never happened, it's a lie. I think the playbook is, Donald Trump's playbook is deny it all. Deny everything, and if you keep denying it and denying it and denying it, people will believe it did not happen. The bigger, and you know who I don't put them in the same category. But you know who came up with that theory? The bigger the lie, the more people will believe it.
Who?
If you're going to lie, lie big. You know who said that?
Who?
Adolf Hitler. He said the bigger the lie, the more people will believe it. So if you're going to lie, lie big. I'm not saying they're the same. Just saying, seems to be a similar playbook. 1-800-529-5465. By the way, a DACA recipient, this is a good story. You want to hear a good story?
Yeah, I want to hear a good story.
Yeah, let me tell you a good story.
What's a good story?
Okay. A DACA recipient, Reina Montoya, he is a recipient of the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals. He is an immigrant right leader from Arizona. It's her. It's a her. It's a her. Even more better. A female, Reina Montoya, she was named Forbes 30 on Forbes 30 under 30 list of most influential people. Montoya came to the United States when she was just 13, and with the help of DACA, Montoya graduated from Arizona State University with a degree in political science and Grand Canyon University with a master's in education. Today she works with Alien 2, I'm not sure what the... Aliento, thank you. An organization that advocates for a younger generation of undocumented immigrant youth. She works with children and teens who have been affected by deportation, teaching them to express themselves through art and to engage with political leaders. Montoya was honored in the social entrepreneurs category of people who are leveraging business smarts to save the world. She is in good company because in 2016, the Nobel Peace Prize winner, Malala Yousafzai, won that same category. Montoya's DACA status expires next October. She may not be in America next October. But yet she is Forbes 30 under 30. And finally, before we get, let's see, what should be the finally? Here's a good one. Here's a good one. Impeach Trump billboards are up in Times Square.
No, really.
Billionaire Democratic Party donor Tom Steyer has put $20 million towards a billboard campaign in Times Square that will direct passersby to his website, needtoimpeach.com. There it is, where they can sign a petition asking Congress to take action, calling for Donald Trump's impeachment. The billboards will appear 10 minutes out of every hour through New Year's Eve. Over 350,000 people will walk across Times Square each day, one of the busiest pedestrian zones in the world. It's mostly tourists, mostly foreigners. I'm not sure how foreigners are going to be able to convince Congress to impeach Donald Trump.
He's got $20 million.
But he's got $20 million
to spend. He's a billionaire.
To spend doing that. I'm all in favor of it, but I think we can spend $20 million better. But squeeze.
Yeah.
250,000 people have already signed the petition, and it's only been up a few days.
It's going to get to millions.
Last week, 6 Democrats in the House of Representatives, including 2 sitting on the House Judiciary Committee, introduced articles of impeachment. They singled out 5 of President Trump's acts, which they believe to be impeachment-worthy, including the firing of FBI Director James Comey. What will be very interesting...
Where's all of that? That whole Russian
I will
thing
tell you
like
what will be very interesting is that his first defense secretary is now cooperating with Mueller, the special prosecutor. Over the weekend, the defense attorney, I forgot his name, Joe. If you can give me his name, the first defense person in the Department of Defense, who Trump, Flynn was his name. He was coordinating with Trump's attorneys how to respond to this investigation. And just this past weekend, his attorneys notified Trump's attorneys and said, we will no longer be cooperating with you. That means either he has already pled guilty, or more likely, he is now cooperating with the Mueller investigation. It's just like a domino effect. More and more people start flipping. Right. They already have the other guy, Papadopoulos, who is cooperating. Now if they get General Flynn to cooperate, eventually I think they're slowly or maybe even speedily building a case against more of the inner circle of Donald Trump. Perhaps Jared Kushner. Perhaps some other people too. We don't know. We do not know. All I know is that when you start cooperating as a government witness, you can't cooperate with the defense counsel of the person who's being investigated, which would be Donald Trump. So we'll see what happens.
It's kind of weird. I was watching something on CNN, and a lot of people don't even know. You know, this guy actually called a reporter, talked about himself back in the days.
Which guy?
Donald Trump.
He called a reporter?
He called up a reporter to speak on behalf of himself. He called as someone else.
Oh, and was speaking as himself.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I will say one thing. The man knows how to publicize himself.
Of course.
Okay. Is he an effective president? No. Is he an effective politician? No, but he's a really good marketer.
But he's the president.
Very good marketer.
And he's a billionaire.
Right. Well, he's a billionaire because he started off with about $10 million. Yeah. Okay. Your daddy gives you $10 million. Okay. I think you would have turned it into $1 billion also.
Quite true.
Okay. 1-800, and by the way, it took no genius, absolutely no genius, okay, to buy real estate. You just had to have the guts to go buy real estate in the 1970s
no, you just have
in
to have
New York.
The money also.
You're right, and had the money. Right, you just had to have the guts to go do it.
If you had $10 million back then.
You could have bought a gas station on 11th Avenue Okay, you would be worth
a millionaire now.
A fortune. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You could, anything. It wasn't you just buy anything anywhere in New York City
at that
in
time.
the 1970s. At that time,
Yeah.
you would be a billionaire today.
Yep.
So it's no genius. It was just
Money.
It was money, and he had the guts to do it.
Right.
So yeah, he had guts to do it
Right.
because a lot of people said, "Oh, I'm scared to go put my money down on this." All right, but he had the guts to do it. But you could have bought anything.
Yeah.
Anything you would have bought, he'd be a billionaire today. And he had the money to do it. So what really guts did he have? He took daddy's money and bought real estate for himself? Does that take a lot of guts to do?
I wish somebody gave me money.
Does that take a lot of guts to do, to take daddy's money and buy real estate for yourself? Maybe I take it back. Maybe he didn't have any guts. Okay? He took daddy's money, bought some real estate, and now he's a genius. I don't know. I would tell you, there's very few people out there.
How did he get out of the whole bankruptcy?
I don't know. I don't know the whole history, but there's very few people out there who watch what's going on in Washington today and say, boy, that Donald Trump, what a smart man. Have you heard anybody say, boy, what a smart man that guy is?
Well, you got to give him credit on one thing, as much as I don't like the guy.
What?
He was smart enough to win.
I said he's a good marketer.
Yeah.
He's a very good marketer. All right. So 1-800-529-5465. Let's go to some immigration questions. We got Marilyn, and by the way, Squeeze, Marilyn, we're going to come to you in about 30 seconds. Yeah, we don't like to take political. We don't like to make political opinions on this show.
No, we don't.
No, Marilyn.
Marilyn, thanks a lot for calling. 1-800-529-5465.
Hi, my name is Marilyn.
Yes.
And I would like to know, I have a friend that's his green card got lost years ago. But he got into some trouble, and he never really tried to renew the green card. But now they're telling him he has jury duty, and if he don't come to the jury duty, they're going to charge him $1,000. What should he do?
He should write the jury rolls. You don't have to do jury duty unless you're a U.S. citizen. So he's not a U.S. citizen. You'll just write, I'm not a citizen of the United States, and take me off the jury rolls.
Say that
You
again?
only do jury duty if you're a United States citizen. So if he's not a United States, it has nothing to do with his convictions or anything. He's not a citizen of the United States. He doesn't have to do jury duty.
So what should he do? He should just go?
You check off. I'm not a citizen of the United States. I'm a citizen of another country. And therefore, take me off the rolls.
Okay.
All right?
Okay. All right.
And Marilyn.
Well, sorry.
I was about to ask her, how is Greenwich, Connecticut?
Greenwich, Connecticut is lovely since David Annakie moved in about a decade ago.
Yeah, no, there goes the neighborhood.
What?
There go 2 decades ago.
2 decades
there goes
ago.
the neighborhood.
That's right. Everybody moved to Westport after that.
I'm like, oh, David Annakie here, let me get out.
Christine in Philadelphia. Christine.
Hi. Pleasant good afternoon, Brad
Good
and
afternoon.
Squeeze.
Hey, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for the great job that you guys are doing.
Thank you.
Right.
I'm calling to ask a question. Should an undocumented immigrant be participating in the census?
No.
They should not?
No.
Okay, because I received census forms, and now I have people knocking my door, and I don't know what to do.
Just
The census.
This is a census. They're not immigration officers.
Okay, so what to do?
Just say I'm not participating. Goodbye.
What if you want
Okay.
to? Can,
I mean,
right?
you want to participate, you can, but I mean,
You don't have to.
You don't have to. There's no law that says you have to.
Oh, okay, because they're saying that I have to, or if not, they're going to prosecute. They could.
You call me on the. I don't know actually, to tell you the truth. First of all, nobody can charge. The person who comes and knocks on your door can't threaten you like that. But call me off the air and let me just see what the. I got to actually look up what the laws are for census. But as an undocumented alien, you shouldn't be participating in it. Okay? But hold on one second.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Once again, folks, this is the Brad and Squeeze Show. 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Thank you so much for calling that number. It's the number for the law offices of Spar and Bernstein. And yes, for when we're on the show, answering your questions absolutely free. Later on, we're going to be catching up with some of the other immigration attorneys here at the law offices of Spar and Bernstein. But let's go to another call at 1-800-529-5465. Listening on Facebook, you are, and also on 93.5 FM. Let's
Charmaine.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. I would like to ask you a question. My daughter put in my son paperwork from 2005, March. I didn't get no answer from them. And I have this number, the account number.
So your daughter put in for your son, which was a brother-sister petition, actually, right?
Yeah, from 2005.
In 2005. Yeah, they're right now processing cases in June 8th, 2004. So you're about a year away.
Oh, okay.
All right?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.
All right, let's go to Nashima in Morris Township, New Jersey.
Okay.
Nashima.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Good afternoon.
I'm fine, thank you. Yes, my mom petitioned for me, and I received a letter that it's now coming through, but I have to go back home. And I understand if I go back home, I might not be able to come back until 10 years. So I think I might have to do a waiver. How do I go about that?
You need a provisional waiver. And you have to do that before you process through the National Visa Center. So you come to us, we have to prove hardship to your spouse, your parents, whoever you have here, get that approved, then we finish processing your case, then you go home and come back in about 2 weeks. We're actually going to be talking about this. If you watch our show, we're going to be talking about it in greater length. We're going to have Marina Brakefield come on our show in about 15 minutes. So I don't want to give the whole all our secrets away. Marina will give all our secrets away about how to do it.
That's over the radio, Senator?
It will be on the radio and on Facebook. If you're in about 15 minutes, Marina's going to be on. We have a whole segment about provisional waivers. So hold on, okay?
All right. Once again, folks, the Brad and Squeeze Show. Do remember, of course, you can catch us on the Brad and Squeeze Facebook page. Ultimately, that will be the only Facebook page that we will be on. Ultimately. Not right now, but ultimately. So you can go to...
it will be the ultimate page.
Yes, it will be the ultimate page. All right? So
the ultimate.
So make sure you go check it out.
It should be more this way. No?
Really?
I don't know. This way? I don't know. All right, let's go to Erica. Erica.
Hi. How are you guys? Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays to you, too.
What's going on?
Okay. I have a friend. He has an asylum application in process. However, immigration was notified that he lied on the application, and he also has a domestic violence report against him.
That doesn't sound very promising for him. Lying on applications and domestic violence.
Well, he wasn't charged, but it was a report that was filed on him. And also he's in court for child support as well.
Boy, he's not doing very well.
No.
Sounds like he needs a good lawyer.
So,
what do you think?
Oh, and also
immigration
was also notified that he tried to marry somebody for their papers.
Oh, yeah. He's got big problems.
Yeah, so he applied for asylum about 2 years ago. So he's wondering, what's going to happen.
I think he's going to get denied and he's going to get deported. He's done absolutely nothing right since he's been here in the United States of America. So he's absolutely, whatever he has done wrong. Not one time, not two times, 5 times he's done things wrong.
Wow.
So I think at this point, the only right thing to do is come make an appointment to see me and let's see what we can do to right the ship. Because right now, based on what you told me, he's going down faster than the Titanic.
Wow.
All right.
He's concerned they're going to deport him
Titanic
really quick.
took some time to go down.
The Titanic took about several hours. That's what he's got. So hold on one second. I'm serious. Hold on. All right. Domestic violence, business marriage, lying on asylum applications, doesn't pay his child support. What has this guy done right to belong here?
That's what they're saying.
That's what they're saying. Well, he needs a lawyer. We got to find something good in him, right?
Absolutely.
There's always good in somewhere, right?
Always.
We got to be able to pull out good somewhere out of this guy and try to right it. Right the ship, as they say.
Absolutely.
All right. Janet in the Bronx.
Hey, how are you?
How are you?
I'm great. I am on a B2 visa. I was injured in Virginia. Because it's a small claim thing, I can't get a lawyer to represent me. I keep going from doctors to doctors to doctors, and my time here is running out. I'm supposed to go back to the orthopedic center the end of December.
So why don't you extend you can extend your visitor's visa for 6 months.
Again?
You could extend your visitor's visa for 6 months. You know, the problem,
wouldn't it cause a problem if I should come back, like, you know, afterwards? Because I don't know what to do now.
Well, okay. Well, you got two issues. One, problem is with, you know, and this is just the reality of auto accidents. When you get into an auto accident, you leave the country and you're treating in another country, those doctor's reports are going to be discounted almost to being worthless. Number two, you're going to have trouble returning to the United States to have your depositions and your court appearances. So as soon as, you know, if you're a visitor and you get hurt in the United States of America, guess what? You know, your case is not as valuable if you're going to be leaving. It's just the reality of life. Yep. Now, I'm not going to suggest for you to ruin your visa just so you can make a couple of dollars for your pain and suffering from an automobile accident. So what I would suggest you do is hold on, make an appointment. Let's see what we can do to try to keep you here on a longer period of time. Or you're just going to say, you know what, it's not worth me losing my visa, you know, to pursue an accident case. Hold on one second, though. But that's the reality of it. You know, once you leave, you know, your accident case becomes, you know, the insurance companies know, hey, this person's these medical records are going to be worthless. And number two, she can't come back anyway for court appearances.
Mm-hmm. I just
or if she does, it's going to become very, very expensive for her to do.
Right. By the way, I did not stream live directly on my page, but I shared on my page. Shared Brad and Squeeze show on my page.
Wonderful.
And the numbers have doubled.
Wonderful.
We're up in the 40s.
We should be doing that.
Yes, so I think the next round we should, because it seems like everyone gets it immediately, because the numbers were in the 10s and now they're up in the 40s and climbing.
I'm glad. Maybe we should have this conversation off the air.
Maybe we should.
Okay.
But you know, we never get anything done off the air.
That's all right.
So I'm going to share the other pages.
Please,
and see how far it goes.
You go.
Share away. Yeah, do something for a change, Squeeze.
While Squeeze is sharing away, what I'd like to do is remind everybody that this is brought to you by USA Credit Repair. I love the video of the woman accosting you.
That was so cool.
I love the video of the woman accosting you in the airport over the weekend. We showed it this morning.
What, Brad? It made me feel so good to know, and I must commend the USA Credit Repair team. And by the way, folks, stay tuned, because it's very interesting. You know, it makes me feel good to know that we're helping someone. And what made me feel even better, her son died. Not that her son died, but her son died and she got help financially because of USA Credit Repair.
That's amazing.
She was able to get a loan to bury her son. And I was very happy about that she was able to actually give him a good send-off.
Actually changes people's lives for the better.
Yep.
It's not just get your...
It's all about a part of the American dream.
That's correct. It is. It really is.
It's a part about the American dream.
Becoming legal, knowing your legal rights, having financial security. Yep. It's all part of the American dream. USA Credit Repair is part of that.
Yes,
is part of that solution. Let's see if we can... before we go to her, I just want to remind everybody, please leave your immigration questions and your legal questions on Facebook page right now, because after this USA Credit Repair segment, I'm told Giselle is filling in for Social Media Queen. Giselle only has one question on Facebook right now, but we're going to go to her after this USA Credit Repair segment. So please leave your immigration questions. We're going to go to the rapid fire round in about 3.5 minutes. But let's watch Squeeze get accosted in the airport this weekend in his bright blue tracksuit.
My son's Penn State tracksuit top. All right,
let's watch this.
Okay, so I'm here at the airport, right into, of course, a client of USA Credit Repair, and she wants to tell me what USA Credit Repair did for her. So what did USA Credit Repair do for her?
Yes, I must say I had bad credit. I heard you and I called. Mm-hmm. You gave me a discount, and working with me on a monthly plan. Right. My credit is excellent now. I'm getting credit card. I got car, and I'm in good shape, tip-top shape. I didn't believe at first it was a gamble, but I proved it for myself, so I have to let you all know, check Mr. Squeeze, because he's doing it for us.
What kind of car did you get?
Acura RDX.
Acura. So now that you have good credit, what is your credit score?
It's in the 750.
750 range?
Yes, 750 range.
All right. Anything else you got with your credit after realizing that everything worked out for you with your credit?
Gold cards, credit card, gold card.
Tell people a few of the bad things you had on your credit before we fixed it.
Okay, I have loans. I have a couple of credit cards and quite a few other stuff I had, but it was really bad. It was really bad. I couldn't ask for anything in any store, not even a store card I couldn't get.
Right.
And now I can walk wherever I want to and apply, and I'm sure I'm going to get.
All right.
Yes.
Did you get a loan recently?
Yes, I did. I'm here in Jamaica to bury my son, and I went to the credit union without any question. I got what I wanted, and while they gave it to me, they said, we see here that you're qualified for a gold card, and I got it too.
Wow, so you got the loan. Okay, and by the way, sympathies and condolences in reference to my son? Your son who died, right?
Yes.
Sorry about that. Okay. However, at least you were able to give him a good send-off because you got the loan, right?
Yes, yes,
and you
definitely.
also got yourself a gold card.
Yes. More than one.
More than one.
Yes.
Now, the only thing that we're going to ask for you to do is make sure that you're maintain good credit.
Yes, I will.
All right?
I will.
I mean, although you know you have us still. Right?
Yes, yes, yes.
And just spread the word to everybody.
Yes,
right?
I'm spreading it. I'm spreading it.
Tell them that squeeze is no joke.
Yes, squeeze is no joke. He'll do it for me and he'll do it for you.
Thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
All right, no problem. See you. Bye-bye. There you have it, folks. Once again, like I said, going through an airport, I meet so many people who's always saying that we, have done such wonders for them with credit. It even happens with the Spar and Bernstein law offices because people talk about immigration, but here we are talking about credit, and I'm very happy that this lovely lady, of course, was able to get help from us. Her son passed on, and she was able to get a loan. She was able to get a gold card. She was able to get her Acura RDX, and that's what we're all about. She gave me goose pimples knowing that we were able to help her out in such a, situation with her son passing on. But once again, ladies and gentlemen, it's USA Credit Repair. Make sure you check us out online or call us at 1-800-786-1330. That's 1-800-786-1330. And if you're listening to this on the radio, check it out on Facebook and you see what we have been doing, all right? Rocking my son's Penn State, of course, school shirt here and having a blast going through the airport. I still think that Columbia is a better school, son. Anyway, we'll catch up later. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning into this.
So call USA. So call USA Credit Repair right now.
People really. It seems like people love the testimony.
Call USA Credit Repair right now because this guy is no joke.
No, I'm no joke.
No joke.
I'm no joke. My clients, no, I'm serious,
all right.
man.
You want a joker? You call somebody else.
Call somebody else if you want a joker.
You want a joker? You call someone else. USA Credit Repair.
I'm the only guy that actually gives out my personal cell phone.
I love that. The best part of that whole thing was, can you tell everybody that Squeeze is no joke? 1-800-872-7177. 1-800-872-7177. Let's find our social media queen of the day, who is Giselle, filling in for our other social media queen.
Let's get to I call her Smiley.
Smiley.
She has one of the most beautiful smiles I've ever come across.
Smiley. Giselle.
How are you, Giselle?
How are you, Smiley? Hello.
How art thou?
I'm doing well, Brad.
All right. What do we have on our rapid fire round? We have a one shot only?
Okay, we have one question from... Yes, so one shot only today.
Okay.
Well, for now.
For now.
At Adrian Dream Chaser is asking, I'm planning on getting married to my U.S. citizen fiance in January. How long after filing for adjustment of status will I be able to travel back home to Jamaica? My best friend is getting married in April, and I would love to attend.
I don't know if you're going to make it by April. If you did a regular application, it's going to take about 120 days for the advance parole. You would need to file your adjustment, buy a plane ticket, show the invitation, go down to your local office and beg them for a quicker advance parole. So, but if you did it through regular normal processing, you're not going to make the wedding. It takes generally 120 days, but for a good business purpose, maybe they'll do it faster. Whether attending a wedding is a good enough purpose, probably not. It's usually death in the family. But you can certainly try, but I don't think that you're going to, unfortunately, make your friend's wedding. What do you think, Giselle? Smiley. Giselle?
I don't think so either, unfortunately.
Giselle's our immigration client coordinator. She coordinates all our immigration cases and makes sure all the attorneys are calendared and in the right places at the right times. And
good.
She works. Do you know how many jobs has Giselle had in her entire life? Giselle, how many places have you worked in your entire life? You want to hear something amazing?
What?
Just one place, and that's here, Spar and Bernstein.
When she graduated high school,
right,
Giselle started here doing filing.
Wow.
And now she manages the whole place, and she's on the Brad and Squeeze show, right?
Wow. I'd like to get a job here.
Yeah, well, she worked her way up. I don't want to age Giselle because she looks young and beautiful, but she's been here for over a decade
hold
already.
on. Did you say she looks young and beautiful?
Yes, she does.
She's not. She is young and beautiful.
She is young and beautiful, yes.
In my book, you are young and beautiful.
Yes. I can't say any more because then all of a sudden...
Operative word, beautiful.
Right. We're only giving you nice compliments, right? That's it. All right. All right, Giselle, thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
All right, so we're going to go to our Braducation while we get Marina ready for our segment on 601 waivers and provisional waivers. Everybody always wants to know, how do you do a 601 provisional waiver? What is a provisional waiver? But while we get Marina ready in our social media chair, she's one of our fantastic attorneys, let's watch this Braducation video.
All right, let's check it out. 1-800-LAWLINK.
Once I've received my green card, can the government take it away for any reason?
Government could always take your green card away. Until you become a citizen, then you don't have a green card anymore. So they can take your green card away if you stay out of the United States for too long. They can take your green card away if you have been found to have committed fraud in obtaining that green card. They can take your green card away if you have a criminal record. There are many ways to have your green card taken away. It's called deportation. But once you're a citizen, unless you committed fraud to become a citizen, you never lose your U.S. citizenship.
The Braducation segment is always longer.
So,
I always take off my earpiece thinking that the segment was longer.
No, it's 1 minute Braducation.
Oh, man.
It's only a 1 minute segment. All right, so let's see if we can find Marina. We promised everybody we would be talking in depth today about the 601 provisional waivers. Let's see if we can find Marina Brakefield.
Who's an attorney?
There you are.
Oh, she's like, am I on? Is this thing on? Is this thing working?
She's like, am I ready? Am I on? Wait, what do I do?
Caught you off guard there.
By the way, congratulations, Marina. She will be managing our new Spar and Bernstein office in Hartford, Connecticut, starting in the next
home state.
What is our start date there? Is it like in a week or so, right? Marina?
Pretty much, yeah.
Pretty much. It's going to be a soft, I'm told it's a soft opening.
So, yeah.
Yeah, do you need any help with the light lifting?
A very, very soft opening. And it's on, what is it, 101 Congress? What is the address?
Is there going to be a hard opening?
We will have a hard opening as well, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. But right now it's a soft opening.
Soft opening.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ha ha ha.
Yeah.
What's the address?
What is the address?
1 Congress Street.
Oh, it's 1 Congress Street.
1 Congress Street.
You're at number 1.
I am at number 1 Congress Street.
It's easy. We're number 1.
We are number 1 on Congress Street.
Yep.
Right, and we will be there in Hartford, Connecticut. Marina is a fantastic immigration attorney. We're going to be opening up our office there, I believe, next week. And then we're going to probably be being able to see clients and new clients there very shortly thereafter. We will give a lot more.
Got a lot of friends up in Hartford.
I have a lot of friends up in Hartford too, including Marina Brakefield now. Yep. So, and we'll be giving a lot more information on that as the month progresses. So, congratulations, Marina, on opening up the Spar and Bernstein office in Hartford, Connecticut. In the meantime, hopefully, we were supposed to have applause.
I'm applauding her.
We're supposed to have applause on the show somewhere. But in any event, you were here today to talk about. Everybody always asks, what do I got to do for a 601 waiver?
Yeah.
What is a 601 waiver?
What is a 601
and will I
waiver?
get stuck when I go home? That's everybody wants to know. So answer those questions in any order you'd like.
Everybody wants to know.
Yeah. So what is the 601 provisional waiver? When do you do it?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm asking you the questions.
Well, there's a 601. Okay.
Yeah.
The 601A waiver is the waiver for, now it's open for all relationships, a married son, unmarried son, a spouse of a green card holder or citizen. If you entered illegally or just entered and overstayed, you get to do your waiver here in the United States. And then you go home for your green card interview.
Why is that important? Because I'll answer that for you, but then I want you to go through the specifics. It's important because you're going to get stuck otherwise if you go home. But if you get the provisional waiver approved before you go home, every person, knock on wood, in our office at least, who has gotten the waiver and went home has returned within weeks. We have not got anybody stuck, and we're talking hundreds and hundreds, maybe we're over 1,000. I don't know how many we've done, but hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands already, of people have gone and come back. Nobody has gotten stuck if they left with that provisional waiver. So now, we had a question earlier today when someone says, what do I need to do to prove to get my provisional waiver approved? What do you need to do? And you obviously need a good lawyer because it's rare you're going to be able to do this on your own. But what, as you, Marina, a good lawyer, would you need to prove?
Well, yeah. I mean, first of all, I would say go see a good lawyer because the good lawyer figures out based on your situation what you need. I mean, but you basically, what we have to prove is we have to prove that the U.S. citizen or green card holder, spouse or parent, or brother or sister, whatever it may be, will suffer extreme hardship without you in the U.S., and that person also can't relocate to your home country.
Yeah, that covers
so I mean,
typically, how would you prove hardship? Like what things? What things would be considered
really depends
hardship?
On situations.
Like, give me an example of something that you've done.
Having health conditions. Oh, well, perhaps the financial, getting job letters from the applicant that's applying, if they contribute or are the main financial provider for the home, that's a biggie, along with, copies of bills and what the household expenses are. Perhaps the U.S. citizen or green card holder relative has a health condition, and then you just do research and prove that condition can't be treated in the home country. Different things like that.
Long term here in the United States, emotional issues, physical issues, financial issues, separation issues, employment issues. Absolutely. Somebody can't be employed in another country. Or anything that you would say, boy, that sounds pretty sad to me, would be hardship.
Correct. And they're supposed to, they have to look at everything all together.
And it's done and it's done in terms of the totality of all of the hardships. So maybe, for example, Squeeze, if you get married and you need a waiver, for example, perhaps.
Maybe if I get married.
Right, if you get married, hypothetically, and you are not a U.S. citizen and you needed the waiver, maybe the financial hardships wouldn't be enough. Maybe the emotional hardships wouldn't be enough. Maybe the separation issues wouldn't be enough. But if you add them all together in its totality, maybe it's extreme hardship, and then at that point you would get your waiver approved.
Right.
All right.
That's real important because everyone comes into me and they say, "Oh, but my spouse is healthy; they're not sick." We've won tons of waivers without any health conditions.
Here's my question: evidently, the laws have changed in reference to this I-601 waiver. What part of it has changed, and how has it evolved over the years?
Well, when it initially came out it was January 2013. It was only available for U.S. citizen spouses, and then in August 2016, they opened it up for LPR spouses, all relationships, parents of married or unmarried sons and daughters, all relationships. So it's been people could be out there with these I-130s that we had suggested they file years ago, and they could be eligible for this, and we should do it.
Basically, Squeeze. Yes. If you're married to somebody, or you are a child of a parent here in the United States, those are the two relationships. You have no excuse not to be getting your green card now because you're either going to adjust here or you're going to do a provisional waiver. Everybody who's out of status, who has a spouse or parent who's living here in the United States, is now eligible to get a green card as long as these provisional waivers are done properly. I'll tell you even one better. People say, well, I don't want to wait 7 years for my parent to file for me. Well, you don't have to get even though you have a parent, that doesn't mean that the only way to get the provisional waiver is through a parent sponsorship. We have done cases where people have gotten sponsored in a job. A job sponsorship takes 12, 18 months right now, even as a nanny. okay? And then the nanny has a parent here. We do the nanny sponsorship, a provisional waiver through the parent. The nanny goes home, returns back in 2-3 weeks with a green card.
The other thing that I also want to mention now that you suggested that, Marina and Brad, you also need to touch on the SIDG situation also, because that's where the parent is not even really needed.
SIDG, that's completely different.
Yeah, but
it's completely different.
Right.
But what let me ask you a question. What do you have to say, Marina, to people? The hardest thing, I think, as an attorney, is giving people the confidence that if they get this waiver approved, they are returning. Okay? Everybody's so scared to go home. Okay?
Who would be?
I mean,
you live there all your life, and then you're going to end up going back.
I would tell you that I'd be more scared to live illegally in the United States of America with Donald Trump as president than go home with an approved provisional waiver. What do you have to say about all that, and what are you telling clients, and what are they saying to you? Marina.
It just takes time. I mean, I just sit and talk with them, and I just sit and talk with them, and I understand them. You know, they've been here for 20, 25 years, brought here sometimes when they were under 1 year old, but you just have to, they have to trust you, and you say, look how far I've brought you. I've gotten this waiver approved. I have not had one person, get stuck there, and they trust you, and they do it. They're scared, but they do it.
So bottom line is this.
Bottom line is the integrity also of the law offices of Bernstein.
Correct. And also, I would say, I don't know what our statistics are.
And your track record.
Right. I would say that nationally, less than 50% of provisional waivers get approved, but I would say our track record is well above that. Would you agree with that, Marina?
It is a delay.
I've never had one denied.
Yeah. There you got it. There you got it. There's a delay there with Marina, which is why she's a second behind us.
Yes.
We're going to fix that delay. But thank you very much, Marina. Marina is going to be our attorney up in Hartford, Connecticut as of next week. Congratulations, Marina.
Yay.
Thank you for coming on the Brad Squeeze Show. Thank you for enlightening us and giving us a little more information.
That's what I love about her. She's so jovial.
She is. Very happy.
You can tell she's a people person.
Very happy woman. Yeah. Very happy woman.
Like that.
All right, and she's happier now because she doesn't have to commute to New York anymore from Connecticut.
Wow.
All right, thank you, Marina. So squeeze.
Bye, guys.
So squeeze. Let's take one call, and then we're going to come back to Jacqueline, who's going to be talking about fraud and getting a green card.
And Jacqueline's another attorney.
Jacqueline's another one of our very good criminal immigration attorneys. Colin, how are you from Long Island City?
Hey.
What's up?
How you doing, Brad?
What's going on?
How you doing?
Hey,
what's going on?
Yeah. My wife displaced her green card, man, and she already have a ticket to go to the Caribbean, man. I don't know what to do now, man.
So then she needs to go. She needs to do an I-90 online, get the receipt notice, and go down to immigration, get a stamp in her passport.
That's it?
That is it.
So if we come into you, you can deal with that?
We can help you, yeah. Come on in. Hold on. All right. Let's see if we can find Jacqueline. Jacqueline is going to be talking about fraud. We're talking about it all the time. Mm-hmm. Fraud is a really good reason the U.S. government says you're not entitled to a green card. Can we find Jacqueline?
Can we find Jacqueline?
Yes. And in this quarter, I'm not going to tell you your weight, Jacqueline. Don't worry. Coming in at a very svelte.
Oh, she spelled her name different from the normal Jacquelines.
Yes, Jacqueline. Jacqueline, not Jacqueline. Jacqueline.
Yeah.
Well, you never say Jacqueline.
Jacqueline.
Say Jacqueline.
Yeah, there's no Q.
But it's spelled Jacqueline.
Like Jack-o'-lantern.
No, Jacqueline. I like
Did anyone ever call you Jack-o'-lantern?
Kind of, yeah.
Yes. We're growing up?
I have a lot of nicknames.
A lot of nicknames. All right, Jack-o'-lantern was one of them. How are you?
There's a lot of renditions of Jack.
So you are an attorney. I just want to make that clear, correct? You're an attorney, correct?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And now all your clients will say, hey, saw you on the Brad Squeeze Show. Great job. So where's the problem with fraud?
What's going on with this whole fraud thing?
What kind of problems do people get in with fraud? How do they get caught with fraud?
Well, first of all, what are the fraud? What is fraud in respect to this?
What is fraud?
In respect to this, yeah.
Well, fraud or misrepresentation is basically stating something that's incorrect sometimes or misleading the government in some way. Generally, it occurs on your application when you're answering questions that you may find insignificant but are very significant for the government.
Anything that is
common
what if you
ones that
travel
we
on someone's
see.
passport?
Anything that's fraud, obviously.
Okay,
but anything that's not true, if you fill out an application and submit it to the Immigration Service, you're signing it, even if somebody else filled it out for you. And if anything on that application is not 100% accurate, the government will deny you for fraud. Let's talk about the type of questions that people get wrong that now you get denied for fraud.
Yeah.
What are they?
Well, there's two really big ones. Have you ever been arrested, and have you ever been convicted of a crime? People often don't understand that if you've ever been arrested, anytime a police officer has ever taken you into custody, you should consult with an attorney to make sure that you appropriately answer that question as yes. And also, if you were ever convicted of a crime, and even if it was expunged, which often happens in Caribbean countries, it still likely will be considered a conviction for immigration purposes. Or even the United States, when they say, oh, you were convicted of a crime, you made a plea agreement, but it's not going to show up on your employer record, nobody's ever going to know. Well, if you pled to that crime, likely it's going to have some form of immigration consequences, or you may still have to mark yes. So you're going to want to make sure with an attorney what the consequences of that would be.
Fraud happens in so many different situations. It's filling out the application incorrectly, and even if you think you made an honest mistake,
sometimes you make
an honest mistake,
fraud.
It's fraud. Sometimes it's you didn't know any better. You came to the United States and got married within the first 90 days. We talk about that all the time. Fraud. Okay? And sometimes you knew exactly what you were doing, and you were just really you should be found inadmissible and not get a green card because you're an idiot, not because of fraud, like you're traveling on someone else's passport. Things like that. That's obvious fraud, but it happens all the time. People say they're single when they're married. Obvious fraud. Okay? So what do you do to help people in these situations, Jacqueline? They just say that, because a lot of people say it was an honest mistake. I'm going to try to work it out with the immigration officer. Why is that, A, not a good idea? And two, what should you be doing for them? How are you helping them?
Well, first of all, the immigration officer is an agent of the government, so they don't care if you're sorry. There are legal remedies that are put in place for you to fortunately apply for a waiver to ask for forgiveness from the U.S. government, and that's similar to what Marina was discussing. Instead of in a 601A, it's called a 601 waiver of inadmissibility, and that you have to show extreme hardship to your parent or your spouse. Unfortunately, for misrepresentation, children do not qualify as qualifying relatives. However, oftentimes what we do is show how a parent or spouse will suffer extreme hardship because their child has some ailment or financial issues or things like that.
Jacqueline, quickly, because we only have about a minute to go, can you talk about some success stories that you've had? Give some examples of how you've helped people.
Sure. We have one client who actually stated that he was married in order to seek a non-immigrant visa. Wow. And when he got here, he actually did get married. And the government stated to him, well, you had marked initially on your non-immigrant visa application to come as a visitor to the United States that you were married. How can you now be married to this person without a divorce decree?
Happens all the time.
And he was honest in the interview and indicated that, I was not really married. I just wanted to show ties to my home country. And the officer asked him for a waiver of inadmissibility, and we were able to demonstrate that based on his wife's situation in the United States, she would suffer extreme hardship if she had to return to his home country or if she had to remain here without him, and that waiver was approved. And then we also had a similar situation with a criminal issue where the individual was arrested in his home country, didn't disclose it on the non-immigrant visa application, but did disclose it at his interview. For the non-immigrant visa. They still gave it to him, but when he came here for his green card and applied for his green card based on his marriage, the officer in the interview said, well, you had marked incorrectly on your form that you had never been arrested. and we need to see those records. And so he also had to file for a waiver of inadmissibility based on his misrepresentation on the form, not at the interview.
And you got that approved. Congratulations. We're out of time. Very good. I do have to remind everybody that prior successful results do not guarantee a similar outcome. Jacqueline, fantastic job. We're out of time. We got to go. Thank you very much. We'll talk about this more this week.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye. The proceeding was informational only and not specific legal advice. Consult an attorney about your individual situation. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. To make an appointment with the Spar and Bernstein law firm located at 225 Broadway in New York City, call 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Easily remembered, 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-LAWLINK. Once again, make a call to 1-800-529-5465. And of course, link up with the law offices of Spar and Bernstein located at 225 Broadway on the 5th floor. If I were you out there, make the call, make the link, make the connection, make it Spar and Bernstein. 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-529-5465.
What are you doing?